Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro dab of the day. Today is Tuesday, about 1 o'clock in New Jersey. Hello, everybody. Well, we're staying on the topic because unfortunately I'm in a great deal of pain, and I want to share how we need to deal with it to get a life, to have a life. What I've come up with, I call it, is a pain system. That's right, for when my pain is flaring up. Basically a list of things I can do when I'm in pain that are going to help me get out of pain. I should be a billionaire, right? Well, it helps not just physically, but mentally and emotionally to work on these things. Even if you just get your fingernails on the windowsill, you get movement. So, if I know there's something I can do to help me get out of pain, it gives me hope. And it helps me be less discouraged with how I feel. I literally ran home today. I had a quick errand to run. And I ran home. I drove home quickly. Why? To do this video. Why? Because guess what? It's part of my approach to doing pain. I do this to help myself relieve my pain and feel less defeated. So I have two different things I've come up with. Sugar, stop scratching. Sugar, pardon me. Shuggy, please stop. I have two different things I've come up with. A short-term and a long-term pain process. Pain system, if you will. Let's go. Well, a daily pain system, it's pretty easy. Take your medicine, whether it's homeopathic medicine or prescription medicine or 420 medicine, take your medicine. Sugar, please stop. Thank you. Try to move your body, even if it hurts. Mine hurts as soon as my feet hit the floor from getting out of bed, and it's bad in bed lately. Try to stretch. Try to walk. If it's your hands, try to move your hands. If it's your face and your skeletal system, try to move. Just try to get some movement going. You know what? Maybe you want to have a massage machine. Maybe there's a comfortable chair you have. A hot or a warm bath. Maybe you want to have a nap or go to bed early that day if it's really bad. Better yet, if your medicine's not working like it's happened to me, try a different medicine. And guess what? Do all of those things because any one of them can help you in your daily battle against your pain. So, unfortunately, like today, if I'm in pain, I'll start at number one on my list and work my way down until the pain's a little bit less, or I even repeat what I had to do again to try to take it away. Remember, persistence against pain is what you have to have. You can't say it's one and done because it's never one and done. Now let's talk about long-term solutions to pain. Long-term solutions, unfortunately, usually involve medical intervention. Have you seen virtually your doctor recently? Have you had any blood work done or imaging done? Maybe there is a change in your medicine that you need to take. Well, these are specific questions that you need to ask a doctor, certainly, and not me. You also have to be aware of your stress. What are the areas in life causing stress? Can you cut back on them? And we've talked about it before, but it's critically important for long-term pain solution. Sleep patterns. What are your sleep habits? Are we getting enough sleep? How can you get better quality sleep? You also need to be aware, I think we kind of lumber through life and the pain hits us. But did you ever look why the pain hits us? What are the triggers that bring pain to our bodies and then to our minds? Well, it can be extremely helpful to have a pain management understanding with yourself so you can track your pain. Well, I gave a long walk to Sugar today. It's hurting worse. Sometimes I did nothing today and it's hurting worse. But other times you can actually attach, wait a second, I did this and I made it worse. So if you did it and it made it worse, guess what? You'll schedule fewer activities that day. You'll do less on your feet. Whatever your issue is, if you can find the trigger. See, what you have to kind of think about, most people, if you say you're in pain, how do you feel today, Senior Stoner? Oh, I'm in a great deal of pain. Gee, what did you do to yourself? That's going to be the question everybody asks, and you're going to roll your eyes and go, what are you talking about? I live that way. But there's some kind of balance that you got to try to have. The balance is between being able to connect the dots, which they don't connect with pain and reasoning, and remembering what you can control and what you can't control with regards to pain, and getting at peace with it. We've got to find ways to be at peace with our capabilities. And you have to be your own greatest advocate. Whether it's talking to yourself, which I do a great deal of, talking to somebody on the phone or in person. What I've learned is that I used to think medicine was all black and white. It's not. It's not. Only a few things are black and white. Everything else, unfortunately, is gray. Because they can't fix us. They can't snap their fingers, give you a pill, and the problem goes away. They snap their fingers, give you the pill, and you don't notice it. Didn't take it away. So what we have to do is we have to understand, okay? We have to understand that sometimes our go-to activities we can't go to on very painful days. Means sometimes I can't let Sugar take her to the park. Sometimes she's got to go downstairs and go on her treadmill. Sometimes. So what has to happen is you have to look for activities, you have to look for things that you know won't stretch your limitations. You have to look for places to go that you know you can come back from. Because walking to the end of the block isn't the problem. It's walking back home from the end of the block that's the problem. And a lot of people don't see that with pain. Unfortunately, pain lives the same way I believe life is, cyclical. Pain is different than my Ferris wheel. My Ferris wheel, you come around and you always have hope and opportunity when the top crosses over. It's the way I like to live. With pain, unfortunately, the circle keeps going. You don't collect $200. You don't get out of jail free. You don't get hope and opportunity. You have to keep going. It's nonstop. Okay? Hope and opportunity is how you live. But pain, unfortunately, doesn't always respond the same way as regular life. So, try a short-term, try a long-term way of dealing with it. Whatever suits you, just try to get a handle on it. Because there's nothing worse, I have found, than going through life thinking you're never going to get better. Oh my God, I'm never going to get better. And then, because you know you're never going to get better, you think you can't do anything. That's not true. If you're not going to get better, if it's the way it is, if it is the way it is, okay, then guess what? You've got to adapt to it. You've got to find new ways, new sensations, new things that excite you if you can't do the ones you used to do. You've got to do this yourself. Unfortunately, I can't give you the specific solutions, but I can point you in the right direction. Short term and long term is how you got to deal with pain. Think about it in a simpler way. If you cut your finger today and it hurt, you cut your finger, you're going to put a butterfly on it, you're going to put some neosporin on it, you're going to put a Band-Aid on it. In a couple of days, hopefully the pain will go down. You will have solved your problem. It's not like that with chronic pain. So we have to develop strategies, not just spontaneous things that happen. We have to understand things and develop the pain plan. Short term for acute things and long term for the chronic things. This is The Real Senior Stoner. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Send me your comments. I reply to every one of them. And here's a hit of green crack sativa dab. Have a great one, everybody. And remember, short-term and long-term pain plan. Cheers.